welcome back to another what I eat in a day video, showing you everything that I eat in a day. I do portion control, track my calories, and I've lost almost 30 pounds with as little suffering as possible. I'd like to think I try to create the foods that I want to eat, but just try to, you know, up vegetable count, reduce some of the more higher calorie things, just tweaking recipes of foods that I like so that I don't feel like I'm totally spinning my world upside down, and it's something maintainable for life as opposed to something that's going to help me drop weight really quick and then gain the weight back the moment I eat a carb. That is not ideal for me. So today's actually, bless you, my cat just sneezed. Today's actually kind of like a meal prep day. So the two things that I'm eating today require a bit of cooking, but I'll be able to eat them throughout the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of jump back in time, show you how I prepped my lunch, because this is something that'll last me for a couple days and it'll be easy to take for lunch if you're working in an office, or easy to like reheat at night for dinner. That has been a big kind of key to success for me. Is I started by meal prepping my full meals, but I get really bored by that. I love food, I love crunch, I don't like soggy things, I don't like just like microwaving my meals. So I try to make things that are, I just got home and my cat woke up and now she's screaming, but she's like, what?
That was me actually.
That was not you. But yeah, so I try to make things like, for example, for dinner I'm having like a roast beef sandwich, but I could use that beef for whatever. Basically I just put some meat in the crock pot, like you could do with chicken or pork or whatever. We just happened to find some beef on sale. And then for lunch I'm having a quiche, which again I can make and either reheat, or you can kind of eat it cold or room temperature too. So like I said, a little bit more cooking today. It's not something that I would do every single day, it's not maintainable, but that kind of sets me up for success. So let me show you how I made this quiche. So here are the ingredients for my quiche. I have made this in another what I eat in a day, so I'm not going to go into crazy detail, but basically I have a mixture here of 2 eggs, some egg whites, almond milk, and then for spices I used the same spices that you're going to see me use a little bit later, just to make everything easy. I'm kind of meal prepping today. So this is the Trader Joe's mushroom powder. I get that when I go to Buffalo, along with the Trader Joe's onion salt. Just kind of like find some all-purpose spices. It really makes your life a lot easier. Plus salt and pepper. Then in here I've got some frozen asparagus, frozen spinach. This is the Lou's back bacon that I've talked about before. Some sweet onion and some light but old cheddar. I always recommend getting old because it has more flavor. Generally, actually, in my quiche I like to use feta because it has even more flavor, and the idea is to add things that have a lot of flavor so that you don't need to add a lot of them, keeping the calories down. And I find quiche is a really good thing to have to meal prep. I feel like you could even eat it cold if you wanted to take it into work. I just reheat it in the air fryer, and yeah, it's pretty easy. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the vegetables. I'm getting my nails fixed soon, actually. That's why I'm cooking kind of early in the morning. But I'm getting my nails fixed after. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the ingredients in here except for the cheese. Put it all in this. Oh, the type of pie shell is just like one of these, like a tender flake made with vegetable oil. So easy just to keep those in the fridge. And yeah, this is really similar. I always put my recipes into MyFitnessPal because then it makes it easy for me to track it, but also easy to recreate. I can kind of be like, oh, what did I put in that? So yeah, I'm just gonna assemble all of this and pop it in the oven. So here it is complete. I have 2 slices of the quiche, and then on the side, I'll call it a spinach salad, but it's spinach with a spritz of this Chosen Foods avocado oil, a drizzle of this Unico balsamic glaze, and some salt and pepper just to get some more greens in on the side and make the meal feel a little bit more full. I like to have like volume and feel like I'm eating a lot of food. So yeah, this is my lunch. I forgot to say as well, this morning I had a coffee, the normal Nespresso hazelnut flavor with some chocolate premier protein in it. It is my low-calorie Ferrero Rocher coffee. And then I had a nail appointment at 10:45, and I just got home, and it's closer to 1 by the time I ate like my first meal today. So I brought with me a kombucha, and I drank about half of that throughout my appointment. I found it to be quite filling and just something to like hold me over while I'm sitting there getting my nails, dreaming of lunch. So yeah, that was what I had before I had the quiche. Just had the quiche. It was amazing, and now I'm going to film some videos. I'll probably drink some water during filming. I think that's a given. I don't need to tell you that I drink water throughout the day. I think we all know that that's what we should be doing. I'm gonna go film, and I will see you a little bit later for a snack. Okay, so it's been a couple hours since lunch, and I just finished filming. We did a boyfriend does my makeup, so I just washed off all the makeup I had on. I'm just having a glass of, or a mug of orange pico tea with some cold water in it. I like my teas generally without milk unless it's like a tea latte, but I got totally influenced by YouTube, specifically mostly women who do Weight Watchers, and they were always eating these Built bars. And then on Instagram, like only a couple days ago at like 6 a.m. I was scrolling, I got an ad for Built bars in Canada, free shipping to Canada, which piqued my interest, and then there was a coupon code. So I decided to order a box. I ordered a box of the mixed, and I'm gonna have this one now. It is the orange chocolate cream. I have dreams of it tasting like a Terry's chocolate orange. So this bar has 110 calories, 15 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, 4 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of fat. And normally I stay away from protein bars because they're just far too dense. Like they're like 200 and something calories, and I don't find them particularly like tasty. Like they're kind of gross. So I feel like if women who are on Weight Watchers, I feel like me and people who are on Weight Watchers have the most in common, because it's more so about portion control as opposed to like cutting out certain food groups. So I feel like, I don't know. Oh. Bub, you'll like this one.
I know, like it looks good, like it's orange, yeah.
You know what it tastes exactly like?
What?
So we went to Trader Joe's over the holidays.
The orange one.
Yes, because it's like jelly on the inside.
Oh, amazing.
So it's like, oh, it's not gonna focus. It's chocolate on the outside and then kind of like a jelly, kind of orange cream on the inside. So it doesn't, I'm shocked. Totally different texture than any protein bar I've ever had. I think it's gonna feel very filling. It's very chewy. It's gonna take me a while to eat, which I think is good. Gelatinous, I guess, on the inside. I'm not describing it well. That sounds gross, but it's good, and it kind of slows you down from eating, which is honestly probably a good thing. I also got my nails done. But I'm curious to try the rest of the flavors. But the orange chocolate cream gets a thumbs up from me. Okay, I know this video is kind of all over the place today, but I'm going to prep the salad that I'm gonna have with my dinner tonight. It's kind of like I'm trying to find the time to meal prep throughout the day as I'm working. I've only had about half of that Built bar. She is dense, and I can eat a lot, but because it's so chewy, I don't know, I'm kind of in the mood for something salty now, so I've only had half of that bar, so I think I might actually have some popcorn after I meal prep the salad. But I'm gonna make a broccoli salad. So the dinner I'm having tonight is a roast beef sandwich. The roast beef has been in the crock pot since this morning at 8. I'm gonna cook it till about 7, so it gets like a lot of time in the crock pot, and then that meat I will be able to put on a sandwich or do whatever I want with, but the plan is kind of a sandwich, and then I'm gonna have a broccoli salad with it. Okay, so here's everything that's gonna go in my broccoli salad. Obviously broccoli, I think I'm gonna cook this just like for a second. I saw that in a recipe, so I'm gonna cook it for a second just in the air fryer. Then instead of mayonnaise, I'm gonna use zero fat Greek yogurt and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And then I'm also gonna put in, like I said earlier, kind of using the same ingredients for everything. And like this What I Eat in a Day is filmed after the one I did yesterday with like the cod and broccoli. So like I have broccoli left over from that dish. I'm just trying to be more mindful and use what I have. So the mushroom powder, the onion salt, some garlic salt, then raisins. I've got light cheese that I forgot to take out, back bacon, and I bought some fresh dill. I love fresh dill and never buy it. And then maybe a little bit of dark brown sugar. So I'm gonna assemble all of this now. Broccoli in the fridge just to cool it down, and I'm gonna add in the dressing. So this is the Greek yogurt, the different spices, a little bit of sugar, apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna mix that together. I don't know, I feel like this is a really weird combination of products, but I think it's gonna be good. This might actually be good with, if you didn't want to use dill, with curry powder. So then I've got my crispy bacon, bits of cheese, raisins. You probably saw me cut up. Raisins are like very dense. Any dried fruit are very calorically dense, so I like to cut it up so that my raisins go a little further. And some sweet onion. I don't know, I think this is gonna be good. And then this is it. And then I've got it in a Tupperware container. This is probably, I think I calculated this out to be about 3 servings. Okay, so this meat has been in the crock pot since about 8 a.m. It's now 5. It's super, super soft. So I'm just going to break it up a little bit. I added a little bit too much liquid. If you're dealing with like a frozen meat, I find that using less liquid than you think is better. I should have listened to my own rule. But you also want it to have a little bit of liquid in there if you are meal prepping, because I find that helps keep it moist. Sorry to use the word moist, but moist in the fridge. I just said it 3 times. I do like to let it cook a little bit in the sauce after I break it up. And now I'm gonna add in 2 packs of, these are just organic white mushrooms, because I like to bulk up everything with vegetables, especially something like a mushroom or an onion. They're almost like not like vegetables to me. Like they're just really, really yummy. And this way, because beef is higher fat, it's like, you know, not the best source of protein to choose. You know, you want to kind of be mindful of your red meat intake, or, you know, you don't have to be, but I am. I like to add some mushrooms. So I'm adding them kind of like towards the end of the process because I didn't want them to get super too mushy. So I'll probably let this cook for like another hour. I've never done it this way. Looks like a lot of mushrooms, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think they'll cook down a lot, and yeah, I'm gonna put the lid back on and let it cook for another hour or so. This has been in the crock pot for another maybe 30 minutes or so. As you can see, the mushrooms are cooking down. Looks really good. And here's the thing, like my boyfriend is gonna eat this too. You don't need to eat like completely different things if you're looking to lose weight. If you really want to cut back, you can just have this and don't put it on a sandwich. Have it with the broccoli salad. Or you could just like have less meat. My boyfriend might have a little bit more. If you're looking to gain weight, you could put cheese on it or whatever. I just kind of like make adjustments based. You know, my boyfriend for a little while there was trying to gain weight because he wanted to put on muscle, and now he's trying to cut back. And a lot of the meals we were eating really similar things, just kind of like modified to our own needs. It's a little bit soupier than I wanted, but I think I'm gonna just turn it off here now. And that is done, and then I'll portion it out. This is gonna end up being about 8 servings, I think. Okay, sorry if you can have hear the dishwasher on in the background, but it's been a big cooking day, so I had to start the dishwasher. I've got some grapes and blueberries here. I find mixing fruits, especially like different colors that are kind of contrasting, make it look really, really yummy. So I've got some green grapes in here and blueberries, and then a 100-calorie pack of just Orville Redenbacher Smart Pop. And I added a little spray of this Chosen Foods avocado oil because I put on some of this Colonel's salt and vinegar. This is obviously incredibly high in sodium, but I'm like, you know, not particularly worried about my sodium intake. Obviously something to consider, but what I really want now is like a bunch of chips. So this is obviously a better alternative to chips. And then having these kind of things around, like salt and vinegar, all dressed, the ketchup one, etc., just really add that like aggressive saltiness, because popcorn is a great alternative to chips, but sometimes I miss that like really aggressive flavor that chips have. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna have for my snack. And as you can see, this is all prepped here. My broccoli salad and my roast beef here is all done. And these glass containers, we just got them. They are from Walmart. I think they were like $9 each or something. Okay, so it is time for dinner. I've got a portion of my broccoli salad here along with my roast beef sandwich. I'd planned to like cook up some green peppers and maybe put some lettuce and stuff on it, but honestly, it's been an incredibly busy day and I just want to eat. So this is what I'm gonna have, and then as always, I put a lot of my kind of sandwichy type things on these Dempster's, the Gold Bun, but like I mentioned, you could put it on something more low carb, whole wheat, put it on no carb at all, but I want a freaking sandwich. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna have for dinner, and then I'm not really sure what I'm gonna have for a sweet treat, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm ending my night with a couple of these, just under a full serving of these sugar-free exotic fruit tropically flavored gummies. I talked about these in my last video, the cola bottle ones. Those are my favorite and the lowest calorie version. These are sweetened with maltitol, which can upset some people's stomachs. I've had no issues with any of the sugar-free kind of candies I've tried, and I find these at Winners, Marshalls, HomeSense, and someone else actually mentioned you can find them at Shoppers Drug Mart towards kind of the pharmacy section. But yeah, I found these at kind of the Winnersy types places. So that is everything that I ate in a day. I know this day was a little bit all over the place. It was a little bit of a day that was kind of all over the place. So accurate representation of my day, but be sure to check out my other what I eat in a days if you missed those. They will all be linked in a playlist down below. And if you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.